All right, guys, what is up? What is up? Welcome, Crypto FUD, and happy Sunday. Welcome to the Sunday stream. Definitely, we had to have an early stream today. I wanted to just jump in. I see, Discord things going across right now. People are a little worried. And we're gonna go over everything right now. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys slap that like. Let's get everybody joining in here. Let's get some new people like we've been doing. We've been doing great with the likes, with the subscribes. Let's get it going, guys. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. Obviously, we were having a lot better, weekend up until probably this morning or yesterday. We started to, see some movement towards the downside on a lot of projects, and definitely been taking advantage of it for sure. I will talk about some of the things that I've been buying onto. So if you're worried, if you're, you're just kind of panicking right now, we're going to be all right. All right. Just stay tuned. Let's go over everything. Let's get through this. We're going to be fine. But if you guys remember, when we first started the stream, I think it was this past week, like Monday or Tuesday. It was Monday we had a member stream, but Tuesday and Wednesday, I let you guys know that there is going to be major volatility, right? And it's been last week because we had unemployment numbers. We had the GDP come out. We had all that stuff drop. But I told you guys, really was this week coming in to the election and the FOMC meeting, we're going to have some major volatility. And really what it is that right now the markets are pricing in uncertainty, right? They don't know who is going to win the election, right? As all of us do. We don't know who's going to win the election. The markets are panicking. But we have gone over this how many times, guys? How many times have we brought up the charts showing you guys that the last 8 years, so basically going to the last two elections from 2016 to 2020, post-election, no matter if it was Trump or if it was Biden, right? The markets rallied. And that's what's going to happen. In my opinion, I think that that's what we're setting up for. But we're going to have volatility. We're going to have some, ups and downs. We're going to have some scares in the market, I think, for the next couple of days and maybe a few days after, depending on who wins the election, right? So, just hold strong. Be strong. We've been holding for how long now, right? We've gone through our ups. We've gone through our downs. The fact that we've seen some, dramatic moves in the last, 12 hours, 24 hours, and Bitcoin currently is sitting at around 68,200, we'll give it. We're not looking terrible, guys, right? You have to remember, we just ran up in this last week. We went on just a crazy run, almost coming up to retest all-time highs. We were so close. We were literally 0.5% away from retesting all-time highs. Obviously, you guys know we got rejected, and we had some retracement. We saw people taking profits. That is what's going to happen, especially with such an important week that we have in front of us as far as for the states. May I say for the world, right? Because elections have consequences, right? Now, we're not going to get into political of who I think or who you think. I don't really care, right? We're not going to sway anybody's votes in here. Everybody has their own, beliefs, whatever the case is. But I truly do believe that whoever is, in office in the United States has a big go on what's going on geographically across the world, right? So with that being said, obviously Bitcoin is worldwide, right? This is, a lot of us in the States want to think that Bitcoin just is running off of just the United States. No, we have probably more investors across the world than we do just in the United States. So right now, like I said, Bitcoin at around 68,200, we are seeing somewhat of a slight little bit of a relief. We did drop down to about 67,481 to be exact. And from there, it looks like we're having somewhat of a try to get some kind of a release. I'm not really buying into it yet. As far as if we're going to break above this 50-day moving average, this is on the 30-minute, you can see since we've kind of broken down out of this channel, right? The 50-day has pretty much been the spot where we cannot break above, right? We did break above briefly and it was rejected very quickly, right? We broke above, looked like we were about to start coming back up towards some of these numbers. This was back on the 1st of November and you saw the rejection, right? Like I keep going back to, this is because of what we have going on this week, right? In the States. It's solely because of that. So you saw that we were retesting 69K, right? And I was telling you guys in the Discord that this looked great. This looked great. We had come back and retested 69 multiple times. Look at this, multiple times, and was holding. But after it started to get to about 3, 4, 5 times, I was like, uh-oh, we're retesting 69 probably too much, and we're not retesting the upside at all, What is that telling you? That we're probably going to see some kind of a collapse on that support level. And that's what we saw, right? We saw that drop initially, and we've seen the continuation of a drop for now. So we'll see how it plays out. But in order for us to really say, okay, looks like we're getting back up and we're in some, even though we're in safe zones, but I want to see us technically today, if we could, like we have the power, right? But as a crypto, as a whole, I would love to see us get up towards that 68,750. As of right now, that's going to be our 50-day moving average for the 30-minute. If we can break above there and possibly find it as some support, I think that it'll give the market confidence that we're perfectly fine, and this is just because of uncertainty, because of what we have lined up for this week. So, guys, just be strong. We're going to be all right, right? We're going to be okay. We've gone through this. We've gone through a lot worse, right? We've gone through a lot worse. Michael, what's going on, brother? Jay said he's locked in. Gina, good morning, girl. Larry, did I say good morning to all you guys? Good morning. I'm sure it's pretty early where some of you guys are at. I'm over here in Florida, obviously, you guys know by now, so it's about a little after 11 o'clock a.m. So Rodney said, let's go. Larry said, fall lower. My boy's waiting. He's taking advantage of these dips, as I am, and I'm going to show you guys a couple things that I did buy in on. Jay said, it's up. Larry said, no worries here. I got my garbage bag on and ready to vote. Oh, my Lord. Larry. Red Rum, what's going on? Oh, Red Rum, don't come in here with that, bro. You're going to be fine. I'm right here with you, dude. Let's go through some things real quick. Letty said, my boyfriend is enjoying this pullback. If you guys remember, Letty came in. Twan, what's going on, brother? Letty came in and said that her boyfriend sold at 68,500, and he was all worried that he was going to miss out. And I said, bro, check out Ethereum or just have patience, and we'll probably see somewhat of a possible retracement. And you can see we are sitting at around 68,400. Definitely saw that retracement. Red Rum, me and you right now, buddy. Sit down. Let's talk. All right. Let's pull up MILADY real quick. So MILADY is dipping like crazy, bro. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It is dipping like crazy right now. But I'm going to tell you something. And, this is maybe give you a little bit of hopium. I'm right here with you, bro. I'm right here with you. I've bought back in like crazy. And you know what I keep doing, Red Rum? I keep adding to my bag, bro. Look at this market cap. $47 million, bro. $47 million. That is a baby crumb meme coin market cap that is only going to see the upside potential when we start running, dude. So, I'm not giving you financial advice, but me personally, been taking advantage of this like crazy. All morning, I've been just adding to my bag. Small increments, right? But I keep just taking advantage of these price actions that we're having. I mean, the fact that you're able to buy a solid meme coin right now under $50 million, dude, this thing, all it needs to do is go to $1 billion, and that's a 20x from where we're at right now. Just think about that. It's over a 20x from where we're at now. Another thing that I want you to focus on, Red Rum, talking straight to you, buddy, straight to you, is look at so Red Rum, so MILADY is at negative right now. We're down about 5.74%. Look at some of these other meme coins, dude. Myro, down 8% right now, right? Been buying the hell out of Myro also this morning. Definitely took advantage of all this. Been buying the hell out of Myro. Down 8%, bro, right? Let's keep it moving. Look at Bunk, down 7%, bro. 7%. Look at Pepe, down 6.5%, bro. MILADY is down 5.6% right now, dude. Do you see where I'm getting to? MILADY honestly is holding pretty freaking strong right now. I know it is down, but you have to understand, you have to look at the full spectrum here. This is not just a MILADY thing. The markets are down. Some of these meme coins that have billion-dollar market caps, right, are down even more than MILADY. You would think that a market cap of $48 million would be, the dramatic swings would be epic, right, as far as the up and towards the downside. But you can see they're actually a little bit more conservative than some of these other meme coins that have 10, 20x per market cap. All right? So understand, dude, we're going to be all right. I know I've been telling you this for how long now, right? And we have seen, since I've been telling you this, we have seen big movements towards the upside. But it's just one of those times right now where the markets are just, there's just too much uncertainty out there as far as, unfortunately, what we have with the election and the FOMC meeting. Not really even the FOMC meeting, because we know what's going to happen with the FOMC meeting. We're going to cover that in a second here. But it's really just, it's the elections, guys. It's the elections. It's a tight race, right, as they're trying to call it. And you have just a lot of investors right now are like, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen, right? Even regardless of who wins, I don't know what's going to happen post-election. I'm going to maybe sit out. I want to sit on the sidelines. I'm going to sell for a loss right now, and I'm going to sit on the sidelines, and I'll buy back in. That's what you're seeing a lot of investors do. Not us, or not most of us, but you're seeing a lot of I would say big investors that are doing that. We're actually going to cover a story on some other stuff that's related particularly to crypto that might be causing somewhat of a addition to the sell-offs as well. So I hope I gave you some hopium, bro, and for all of you guys, right? I hope you guys have some hopium, because me personally, I've been buying in. I've been adding to my bags like crazy. Obviously, it's my own opinion, not financial advice, but I always tell you guys, these are the days where I enjoy buying in. It is a little rough when you're buying in, you come back 20 minutes later and it's down even more, and you come back 20 minutes, and and you're just like, oh my gosh, like, because we all don't have unlimited funds, right? But me personally, what I do is I see, what I'm willing to spend, and I do small increments on days like this, and it's basically what you would call dollar cost averaging in. So I saw your comment, Red Rum. I know you said you already have 42 billion. I know, bro. I understand. I'm not telling you, right? I'm not giving you financial advice. I understand as far as, you're over with the dollar cost averaging in, and you're just ready for the markets to run. Patience, brother. That's all I can say. Patience. Tuan said, Myros is so good to buy. I agree with you, bro. Larry said, I don't think it's going to fall much further. Don't jinx us, brother. Red Rum, right back at you, bro. Right back at you. I'm right here with you, dude. I promise. I'm right here with you. Larry said Binance listing would make so much sense right now. You know what? I don't know if they're probably not listing anything right now. They're probably, you have the whole market right now on a freaking standstill, just like, just sitting here like for the next 48 hours, right? Just kind of waiting to see what exactly is about to happen. Tuan said, Crip, do you think this altcoin bull cycle is going to be crazier than the last cycle? I honestly, if you asked me this like 6 months ago, I'd be like, nah, I really don't. But I do think that we're setting up for some craziness. I think, like, I still believe that massive last push up that we have, right? And I think it's going to be massive. I think it's going to be epic for this, for the books, as far as when we go back 20 years from now and we're looking back at all these pumps and we're talking to our grandkids and we're on a rocking chair and we're like, Grandma, how are you so rich? And you're going to be like, because, Billy, I hodled. And I listened to this fella that was on YouTube. Grandma, are you talking about Crypto FUD? I am, Billy. I'm talking about Crypto FUD. One of the best YouTubers that ever lived. I'm just kidding. But, I think we're going to go back and look at the history books, and this possibly could be setting us up for, one of these big moves that we, you look back at some of these 4-year cycles where we saw massive gains. So we've already seen massive gains, honestly, since 2023. Larry said NFK to the moon. I agree with you right there. Jay said XRP, MOG, and Bitcoin, major holdings. Owen, what's going on? Larry said, I think they could make so much money. And Larry said, you will know by 11 p.m. Eastern time Tuesday. Let's hope. We and I really say let's hope. I just want to get the freaking elections over with. I really do. I don't know about you guys, but I just want to get the elections over with. I'm kind of just over it with everything. So let's look up a couple things here and let's jump into the charts. And we're also going to jump into some articles. I know I already said to you guys, but I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. I really do. I was going to do a members stream today. We were going to do a members stream today. And I was like, bro, with the markets the way they are, I was like, I need to talk to everybody. We need to talk to everybody. Even though 90% of us are members, I was like, I have to bring it out to everybody. We'll do our member stream tomorrow, or we might wait till election night to do a member stream. We'll have to find out. We'll see. I'm still calculating to see what do you think would be the best day. You guys tell me, members, would you prefer tomorrow or election night to do a member stream? So fear and greed index right now, guys, we're sitting at around 56 neutral. I have a feeling this is obviously for coin market cap. This is a little bit delayed. I have a feeling tomorrow when we come back to recheck this is probably going to be a little bit farther down just because of what we're seeing. Bitcoin dominance sitting at around 59%, but I bet you if we pull up the actual chart here, it's probably above 60%. Oh yeah, 60.49% for Bitcoin dominance right now. So dominance, even though Bitcoin is dropping in price, dominance is what's happening. And this makes perfect sense. Is you're seeing a lot of people, not a lot of people, but you're seeing if the money's flowing out of the market right now, it's a lot of it's coming out of altcoins, right? Because they're looking at alts as a riskier asset compared to Bitcoin, which is already considered a risk on asset, right? So you're seeing a lot of money flowing out of alts, which is a continuation of why Bitcoin dominance is continuing to basically skyrocket, right? If this was your favorite coin right here and you're looking at this chart, you'd be like, hell yeah. Well, this is Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance right now is at 60.5%. Absolutely crazy. We haven't seen this high. I want to say, let's zoom out. We haven't seen dominance. Look at this dominance. We haven't seen dominance on Bitcoin, right? Broke above the 59.9, which is the 60% level. That was a major spot for resistance on the dominance. Broke right by. We haven't seen these numbers since looks like back in 2021, back in February. But let me tell you guys, when this happened, right? It was on its way down. Right, it was on its way down as far as the last time we've seen Bitcoin dominance is high. But let me tell you what followed after dominance was around this area. Right now, remember this is on its way down because it technically on its way up, it ran up a lot higher. 72 looks like 72, 73%. This was back in 2020, right? But as in 2021, since this was the last time we were technically at this exact spot, we ran into a major bull run. And this was basically the last run of 2021 when we hit all-time highs for Bitcoin, for most of your alts, right? And you can see, obviously, that's when Bitcoin dominance dropped down to some low levels of around 39%, right? So I'm not saying that that's exactly what's going to happen right now, right? Because Bitcoin dominance is on its way up. We want to see Bitcoin dominance drop eventually, right? For us to give us a clear indication that altcoin season is in effect. So right now, nowhere near that. We're definitely going the opposite way as far as altcoin season. But you guys can see last time we were in these areas, we actually ended up dropping like crazy. And that's when we were basically in the mix of 2021, where we saw towards the end of 2021, which is in November, around November area. This is back right here. You can see this was all-time highs for the 2021 bull run. So there's my boy Ricky. Let's see here. Gina said election night. Okay. Larry said should have invested in Larry. Yeah. Crypto Ricky said, what's up? Just got in. I'll give you my predictions. We won't know who wins for a while after the election. I hope not, because I think that's going to be a bad look for the elections, right? I really do think it's going to be a bad look, because normally I think it's been, since the modern day, we've pretty much known who's won. Like I said, I'm so over the elections. Whoever wins, just let's get it all taken care of so we can get past all this crap. All right. Crypto bubbles for the day, guys. You guys can see a solid sea of red. Right now, you see your favorite meme coins like Mog down over 11%, Popcat almost 10%, Pepe 7, Mew 7%, Bunk 7%, Dog with Hat 6.5%, Ape down 7.7%. We can keep going. I'm purposely calling out the meme coins because obviously you see a lot of people saying, certain meme coins, they're They're like, what's going on? Well, it's across the board, guys. Right now, this is what happens, right? Markets start to turn towards the downside, briefly. You have people panicking. What are they selling off on first? They're going to sell off on their riskier assets, which are going to be, your meme coins. And then you're maybe going to go to your other fundamental altcoins, right? And they're either transferring it over to Bitcoin or they're sitting on the sidelines. But when everything turns back to being bullish, because you guys know this is like a daily thing. People are terrified, 1 week, and then the next week we're running again. What do you think is going to be running first, right? We're probably going to see a lot of these meme coins, money flowing into the meme coins again, and they're going to start running, right? It's usually what happens. So Larry said, I'm sure they're going to delay it, but we will know 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be prepared to visit the 65K region. Oh, no. Not Ricky the Bear. 65 area. I mean, 65 is not too bad as far as, do we have any support levels at 65? I mean, technically, Ricky, 65 would technically be a retest back to the top of this channel, if you can see, right? You can see before we popped this last run, we came back and retest the top of this channel. If we come back, technically 65 or around that 65 area would be the top of this channel. Also, that would be somewhere around the 50-day moving average as well for the daily. So, I mean, that's not off the boards yet, in my opinion, as well. So, let's jump into some articles, guys. We're going to be fine. Let's jump into some articles. First is, obviously, I wanted to, we already talk about this all the time. FOMC meeting is going to be the day after the elections. And you can see almost 99% of investors are basically anticipating some kind of a quarter basis point reduction in interest rates. I think it's going to be great for the markets, right? So, we'll see it. Any kind of deduction in interest rates is going to be, for the most part, a good thing for the markets, right? I think if the Feds, and it's not even priced in, but if the Feds did some kind of another aggressive, like half a percent, 50 basis points, I think that's going to scare the shit out of the markets, right? Because I don't know if you guys were paying attention. We didn't cover it when the unemployment and job reports came out. Unemployment on Friday came basically what they're saying is that it's flatlined at 4.1%. You guys know my take on this. I think it's all skewed. I don't think that's correct because on top of that, we saw revised of the jobs created, and it dropped like crazy, right? Remember, they claimed that they created a bunch of jobs. Well, now when the numbers come back out like a few weeks later and the next following month, they're like, oh, actually, we made a mistake by massive amounts, right? On top of that, you're hearing about massive layoffs, going across the board still on a lot of these major companies. I think the numbers that they're feeding us are not accurate. I do think that the only person that really is getting the numbers that probably can't, really say much is probably Jerome Powell and his team. They know what how the economy is looking right now, right? So if we see some kind of a half basis point, I'm anticipating that you're probably going to scare the hell out of the market. So right now, you have a quarter basis point. It's what most of the market is pretty much pricing in right now at around 98.9%. So that's going to be on Wednesday, I believe the 6th. Yeah, on the 6th, which is technically about 4 days from now. So we'll see how that plays out. Not getting political, but we're going to check out Polymarket, right? So if you guys have been paying attention, Polymarket, as of like a week ago, had Trump up like 65% and Kamala at 35%. Well, you can see that, and this is just betting, right? This isn't polls or anything like that, but you can see the betting right now has starting to get a little bit closer as far as 54% for Trump and 46% for Kamala. So we'll see how this plays out. The crypto space, right? Not saying what our beliefs are, or whatever. Just the looking at a crypto, stance. The markets are wanting to see Trump in office because he has voiced that he's very pro crypto, right? So that's why the markets have been kind of, rallying up until the election. Now that the numbers are starting to get a little bit closer, you're seeing that maybe that's what's causing a lot of the markets to maybe get a little bit freaked out, and maybe because it's big. You go back a week ago and it was like, you see a lot of YouTubers, if you guys follow any YouTubers that are political, they're like, Trump's got it in the bag, right? So it's giving a little bit more confidence, and people are, getting into the markets, buying in, right? Well, now that you're getting to where the margins are getting thin and we don't know who's going to win, it's uncertainty, right? And that's what's going to cause, people to, just basically get scared, right? Because the number one mover in the market is uncertainty, right? That's going to be the number one mover in the market. So let's jump into here. So, and this pretty much is what I was talking about here. Bitcoin, Ethereum fall, whales panic as market corrects. So this article came out today. This came out earlier this morning. So Bitcoin and Ethereum have been struggling as October came to an end, triggering fear, doubt, and uncertainty among large holders, right? Fear, FUD, right? Fear, doubt, and uncertainty. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the number one mover of any market, is when there's any kind of uncertainty, the markets are going to react usually negatively. So Bitcoin dropped 1.75% in the past 24 hours and is trading at 68,500 at the time of writing. Its market cap is currently sitting at 1.35 trillion mark, with a daily traded volume at 23 billion. According to the data provided by the Into the Block, the daily amount of whale transactions consisting of at least $100,000 worth of Bitcoin have started to decline, with the asset price falling, plunging from 67.8 billion on October the 29th to 21.1 billion on November the 2nd. So Ethereum, the leading altcoin, recorded a similar momentum to Bitcoin. Ethereum declined 2.2% over the past day and is changing hands at $2,450 at the reporting time. Its market cap is hovering close to $300 billion mark. Large Ethereum transactions also plunged from 8.1 billion on October the 29th to 2.5 billion yesterday. So the two main reasons what they call, right? One of the reasons behind the fall is the uncertainty surrounding the U.S. presidential elections. According to the Friday report, Ryan Lee, the chief analyst at BitGet Research, told Crypto.news that the crypto market is anticipating that the future administration, whether led by Trump or Kamala or Harris, right, might adapt a friendlier stance towards the cryptocurrency sector. Another reason could be the start of a spot Bitcoin ETF exchange traded fund outflows on November the 1st, per a Crypto.news report. These U.S.-based investment products saw a net outflow of 54.9 million on Friday. Remember, we were just coming off of a massive inflow. If you guys remember, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday, they recorded the second highest inflow of Bitcoin since the ETFs dropped, right? So, now they're saying that there was a big outflow. Obviously, when you see that kind of a movement, you're going to see people taking profits as well, right? So spot Ethereum ETFs in the US also saw a net outflow of about 10 million on the same day. The spot Bitcoin ETF outflows came after 7 consecutive days of inflows. Notably, these ETFs saw a net inflow of over $5 billion in October. So we've seen an inflow of $5 billion in October. We did see, it looks like on Friday, about 55 million of it on outflows. So I mean, with that, it's a drop in the bucket, right? So really, ETFs, obviously, inflows, outflows, but inflows so far versus October have exceeded, the outflows. So I wanted to check something real quick. All right. It was a project, something I jumped in on earlier, so I just wanted to check it out. So another thing that I think is causing FUD in the markets, guys, is crypto projects set to unlock 2.6 billion in tokens in November. So the most noteworthy token unlocks in November include Memecoin, Aptos, Arbitrum, Avalanche, and Optimism. Locked digital assets worth 2.68 billion will hit the market in November as vesting periods for blockchain-based projects expire. According to the Vest data tracker, Token Mist, 2.68 billion in crypto assets will be unlocked in November. Over 900 millions in tokens will be unlocked on a cliff basis. So what I'm getting, and then I'll finish it off, while about 1.7 billion will be locked linearly. So what I'm getting from that, the cliff basis is, so 900 million tokens will be unlocked basically all at once, right? And then you have 1.7 will be gradually unlocked, is what I'm taking from the language on here. So the most noteworthy token unlocks in November belong to projects like Memecoin, Aptos, Arbitrum, Avalanche, and Optimism. So if you guys are looking to get in on any of these projects, just, I would say keep an eye on it, right? Because you're going to see some token unlocks, meaning people that are investors that have had their projects locked up, their assets locked up on any of these projects, are about to see the projects being unlocked as far as their funds. And we're going to explain what it is. So crypto token vesting is a practice in the digital asset space to prevent early investors or project team members from dumping tokens before a project matures. It also locks crypto assets to prevent holders from selling all at once and putting pressures on markets, which may lead to a downturn in the crypto token prices. So this right here is basically, what they're saying is a lot of it is going to be either early investors, aka maybe the pre-launch, or you have people that are involved in the actual, like, the dev teams and stuff like that. Some of these projects have hundreds of people on their dev teams, and what they do is they'll pay them via their project, right? Because they believe in this project so much that they pay them via the project, and where it benefits the people that are receiving these, that work for the company or work for these assets, as they're getting it at a very cheap price, right? So if they're owed $1,000, they're getting it in $1,000 that was probably pre-launch. Now that $1,000 is probably worth multi-$1,000, right? So what they're saying is a lot of these early investors and people that work for these projects are basically getting the opportunity to their money's getting unlocked to where they can potentially sell, right? Now this isn't for the whole crypto space, right? This is for particularly 5 projects that they mentioned, right? Memecoin, Aptos, Arbitrum, Avalanche, and Optimism, right? So I don't think that this particularly is going to cause a massive scare in the market or anything like that, but particularly for those projects, I would keep an eye on if you were potentially looking to jump in on any of those projects. So the biggest token unlocks in November, meme project Memecoin is set to unlock 3.45 billion coins, right? Not money, but coins, worth about 37.8 million for its airdrop. Apart from the cliff unlocked, it would also perform a linear token unlock for its contributors. This would be over 10 million meme tokens daily, worth about 117,000. The meme token price currently hovers at around 1 cent, 81% lower than its 2024 high of 5 cents. And then you have, let's see here. You have Avalanche. I believe this is layer 1 blockchain. Aptos will unlock another 11.3 million tokens worth about 93 million. About 32 million will go to the project's core contributors and 26 to the community. 11 million for the foundation and 23 to its investors. Avalanche, same thing, 1.6 million Avalanche tokens worth 39 million for its foundation, while Optimism will unlock 31.4 million tokens, about $44 million for its investors. So that's pretty much the whole article, but you guys can see, you're probably going to see, a little bit of sell pressure on these projects, but I particularly don't think that it's going to be anything to, like that it's going to, the projects are done or anything like that. And I don't think it's going to be anything that's really going to affect the broader market, in my opinion. So let's see here. Crypto Ricky, at this stage, we need Catalyst to send us through those highs and send us to Valhalla. AVX, what's going on? He said, I think the end of next year, a lot of millionaires made. I agree. I think it's going to be before the end of next year, in my opinion. Let's zoom in on this chart so you guys can see. For now, looks like we're trying we're trying to hold this 68,000 level, right? You can see we bounced off of it. We did break briefly, but you can see as of now, we're trying to hold this 68,000 level. So hopefully we can hold it. So a couple projects that I have been jumping in on, guys. A couple projects that I have been taking advantage of. You guys know that I bought in on MILADY, right? You guys know I started buying in somewhere around here. Obviously, I about around the 72 area. So I am down on it, but I continue to just dollar cost average in on this project. So obviously, my opinion, with the market cap being so low for MILADY particularly, under $50 million, I do think that we're going to see some good movement towards the upside whenever everything really goes into effect as far as just starting to take off. So that's going to be one of the projects that I have been jumping in on. Another project, Myro, another project that I've been taking advantage of. I started buying it on Myro, kind of the same thing. It was like around, I don't remember where, I think it was like 85 area when 8.5 cents. I started buying in, and obviously as of this morning, same thing. I've been taking a massive advantage of this project as it's been dropping down to some of these levels, especially down to the 75 area. I wanted to bring my average down, so I was taking advantage of that. So like I said, guys, you guys see two of those projects that I've been buying it on, right? Bought in, and they continue to come down, right? So I'm right there with you as far as it's rough when you're like, you're buying and it's dropping. You're buying and it's dropping. It's rough. But I've been there so many times, and I'm not going to say that every time it plays out to where, I'm like, oh, but majority of the time it does play out. Hold on one second. With who? Okay. What do you need? My wallet's downstairs. Just bring it. Can you bring it back up real quick? All right. Sorry, guys. What projects are you guys buying? You guys heard, those are two projects. As far as DeFi, let's jump into DeFi and look at this, guys. Look at freaking DeFi. Same thing we're seeing massive movement as far as with DeFi, and it's across the board, right? It's across the board on our watch list particularly. So a couple projects that I've been buying in as of this morning. You guys know I've been calling this project out for a while. I actually been playing these swings pretty well. RTR, Restore the Public. Definitely been buying in. This is on Solana. Right now, about $10 million market cap. Definitely taking advantage of this. Hold on one second, guys. What are you looking at, the dress? All right. Just let me know what's going on, all right? So yeah, RTR definitely been taking advantage of these drops. This project has been, it's been swinging like crazy. I am long term on this project, but in the mix of long term, if I'm getting in on some of this time like down here, and you're seeing like this was 100% move, I'm taking advantage of it, right? This right here was like a freaking 150% move right here from this consolidation area. So I've been taking advantage of those swings, but definitely long term want to hold this bag because I do think this project has a lot of momentum with it. You'll see a lot. It's been moving like crazy. A lot of money will come in and out of the project. But I mean, I keep telling you guys, obviously I'm not promoting this project. I'm just telling you what I bought in. Market cap $10 million, liquidity at 3.5 million. That's 35% of its market cap you're seeing in liquidity. You normally don't see that high of liquidity in any kind of market cap, right? If we look at any of these projects, they'll, depending on what they have, they won't have anywhere near what they have. Like pulling up this project. This is a solid project on Solana. Used car, right? Not singling this project out particularly. What's going on, brother? I'm just pointing out, right? So you see the market cap at $3.8 million and liquidity is at about $500,000, right? So you're saying that it's nowhere near what you would see like as far as like with RTR. The liquidity the liquidity locked in is at a very high level versus its market cap, right? Ratio. So obviously I already told you guys Myro particularly have been buying in, taking advantage of. If it comes down to this level, particularly this 5.9 cent area, I'm buying an enormous bag. I'm buying a very big bag I already have a solid bag, but I'm going to probably be adding a very big bag at that 5.9% or 5.9 cents. So, let me see here. Did you guys see also on Deck Screener? You see how they like changed all the token pictures are like very big now. I like it. Like look at ours. Where's NFK? Right here. NFK. You can see like I like how you can see the picture real big. I'm going to be voting. We're going to be doing a vote in the Discord also. I want to bring this up. I'm thinking about maybe changing the NFK emblem, right, to a little bit more of a, it's still a koala, but maybe changing the emblem. So I don't know if this is, I'm going to have a vote on the Discord. So if you guys are interested in taking advantage of that, if you are investors, I definitely want to hear from you on NFK and its emblem. So, but that'll be something we'll talk about later on. Something else that I'm looking for as far as on the CRONOS. MIX, what's going on, brother? Another project that I'm looking at as far as on CRONOS is Call, right? I'm looking at Call. It has dipped down, right? So I'm waiting to see if maybe we'll see some more selling pressure a little bit farther down at somewhere around below the 30 level. So right now we're at the 37. I'm particularly looking for something around that 30 or below level. So we'll see how that plays out, but that's going to be where my buy zone for Call particularly is. Definitely have some crow that I need to spend. Troy, MIX is in the house. What's going on, brother? And as far as that on DeFi for our watch list, obviously, I don't think they're going to be in today, but we have our Roaring Kitty squad. They're not in today. They're down slightly at around about 9%. But doesn't look terrible. They're still holding above the 236. This is a project that's traded on Ethereum. Doesn't look bad. It's still holding above the 236. So, I mean, as long as it can kind of hold or find support at the 236 area, I think the line in the sand would be the 382 at around that 92 area. But if it can hold the 236 at around the 11 mark, I think this thing is going to continue once the markets start picking back up. This thing will probably continue to make new highs. Now, the only thing I will say, and I'm going to keep it real with you guys, right, is this slight M pattern that I'm seeing, right, on this project. This might send it towards the trend line. So you might be retesting some levels and testing your patience here. If it does, this M pattern plays out, you could possibly see it come back down and maybe retest this trend line, which would still be very bullish, but it would probably scare a lot of investors breaking below the 382 at around the trend, somewhere around the 90, the 88 and 90 mark for here. So I would look out for that M pattern possibly playing out. But if it can't have that support on the 236, you might continue to see some more moves. I think once the markets kind of start picking back up, right? And that could be any day now. It honestly could be any day now. So let's look at a couple other projects real quick, guys. If you guys have anything that you want to look at, we already pretty much looked at all the articles that I wanted to check out. We looked at Poly Market. Let's see here. Bitcoin dominance we've already checked out. Holy crap. ALI. Plummeting. Sheer. I'm going to call you Sheer. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. He said, hi, can you talk about MILADY on Solana? For sure. We have a couple people on the in the group that definitely is bought in on MILADY. Ricky, you still holding MILADY? You still holding MILADY? Where is MILADY at? Let's see. Yep, I knew he was. Why am I not? Oh, there it is, right here. There's MILADY. Need to fix this fib retracement. We haven't pulled the chart up in a few weeks. All right. So, a couple of things on MILADY. Market cap 44.7 million, liquidity locked in $12 million. Numbers look fantastic, right? As far as just being a solid project. This project has been out for, solid 6 months and it's still very relevant. Volume, $3.5 million on just Radium alone. Solid, right? Numbers check out. As far as the charts, you can see it looks like since we had the initial launch, we did point out this downward trend, but now as of the downward trend, you can see that we've been consolidating to the side as of now. Hold on one second. My dog's barking at the door. Between my daughter and my dog. All right, let's get back into this. So as far as MILADY, like I was saying, we saw the downward trend, but since then, we've been consolidating to the side, right? The support level that we pointed out at around this 34 level is still holding pretty well, right? You can see you tested it, you consolidated on it, right? You haven't even come back to retest that level. So what I would say about MILADY, numbers look great, right? Solid project. Right now, you can see that it looks, as of now, right? The downward trend has basically been outdated, right? And you can see that we've basically been trending to the side. Support level being the bottom at around the 34. And you can say the 786 at the 58 or above has been where it's been consolidating in a channel, right? It looked great once you broke out. You were finding support above the 786. But as of late, we have broke below the 786. So what I would say is you're probably going to find some support somewhere in between our support level and the 786, right? So support level, again, being somewhere around the 33, 34 area, and then possibly finding resistance at the 786 at around the 59 area. So good consolidation area, in my opinion. I think like same thing with probably majority of these projects right now. They're all kind of just sitting here waiting to see when the next move is or what's going on with the markets. You know, DeFi doesn't run with Bitcoin, but it eventually does, right? I always tell you guys this, especially a big project like MILADY. Let's look it up. I wonder if they're actually on any central exchanges. Let's see here. I gotta spell MILADY correctly, right, to pull it up. I'm curious to see if we're on any. Oh, yeah, so hell yeah. So you're on KuCoin, Gate.io, Mexi, Crypto.com. Holy crap. I didn't realize that MILADY made it up to the big dogs, right? I mean, the only thing else is a freaking Binance. Binance listing on here. So definitely, like I said, you have the exposure. The numbers check out. You're consolidating to the side. Me personally, if this was a project that I was long-term on, I'd be doing what I said I was doing on other projects, right? Dollar cost average again right now. And as the markets pick back up, you're going to see DeFi pick back up as well, in my opinion. So, Share, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really do appreciate that. Miek said, can you check out Ribble coin? Thank you, Share. I appreciate that. Just looking to see if we still hold in support at that 68,000 for now. Guys, my stomach is absolutely growling right now. Like you guys, I'm surprised you guys can't hear the brrr. It's like growling like crazy. MiX, what ecosystem, or is this an actual project? Is it on DeFi or is this? It looks like it's. Is this the project? MiX. Oops. I don't think I spelled it correctly. Is it Rari? Yeah, Rari. Okay. Yeah, this is it. Crazy small market cap, $36 million. Coinbase Exchange. That's on Coinbase. Okay. Kraken, Crypto.com. Definitely on a lot of central exchanges. So I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't know anything about this project, but we'll pull up, and then this chart is. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's horrendous, as far as trying to map this out. All right, Fib's not really gonna give us too much clarity because you've seen such a massive drop. I don't know if they had a big pre-sale or whatever the case is, but you can see. I mean, initially launched, and then you see the big drop, and now you're kind of in this consolidation zone. Right, just kind of consolidating sideways. So I mean, the only thing I could say, small market cap, bro, trading on major exchanges, right? As far as fundamentals, I do not know. Let's see here. I'm looking to read into there. I've heard of Rari, but really don't know anything about it. Max supply at 25 million. That's pretty cool. Very small circulating supply and max supply. That's crazy. The initial distribution of the token was as follows: 10% airdrop to NFK holders. So it looks like it's an NFT holders. I said NFK. 60% set aside for rewarding users of the apps built on Rarible protocol, and remaining 30% was distributed to investors in the Rarible team. When locked, the token can be used for governance and the Rari DAO. I mean, got fundamentals too. So all I can say for this project, given the chart, dude, is right now support level at around 92 cents. I would say somewhere around that dollar mark is going to be your support level. So if you're long term on this, right, market cap very low, you're long term on this, anywhere around $1, in my opinion, would probably be a good consolidation. A good dollar cost averaging area, in my opinion, right? So, and then if you do start tracking back up, obviously you're going to have all these fib retracement levels, most of them being resistance, right? But I mean, we'll talk about that if it gets up there, if and when, because I mean, you're talking about $1 at the dollar as a good buy-in, and then you're talking about the next, I mean, solid resistance level on the fib retracement, which with charts like this, I don't like using fib retracements because you're gonna have resistance levels all up in between. You get up to the 786, which is around $7.50. Crypto said, "Bro, you know I bought some Rari." I'm sure you did, bro. I'm sure you did. Ricky probably has like 97 freaking crypto projects he's managing right now. $5 mark, probably a big spot for some resistance. I'm trying to see other areas that you've hit your head on for this project. Oops. I don't know. But I will say, with such a small market cap, if this thing starts running, it's probably going to take off. So let's jump into some projects we actually know of. Solana. Let's see what good old Solana is doing nowadays. We had such a massive run up on Solana in the last like 2 weeks. It kind of stinks to see it go down, right? But I mean, it is what it is, right? Solana right now holding somewhere around 159. The 159 area, if it does continue to break down, our next big spot for some support, 153, and then we have 151, and then next after that could be around 141 for support levels. So we'll see how that plays out, but we definitely want to see Solana start taking off again, continuing that run. Ricky said, "I told you to buy some, buy the ones people are not talking about. Right now is a perfect time to look into Filecoin." You know what's so funny, Ricky, is I used to always watch Filecoin, right? I'd always keep my eye on it, and like as of late, the other day I saw an emblem on a chart, and it was Filecoin's emblem, right? And I was like, "Oh crap!" I was like, "I haven't looked at Filecoin in so long." I'm sure if I zoom out on this chart, we'll probably have some kind of a fib retracement. Look at this. I knew it. Back. When was this? This fib retracement was at the beginning of the year on February. I was like, I haven't looked at, but you can see I was mapping Filecoin for a little while, right? I think Filecoin, not a bad, project whatsoever. there was a time where I was like contemplating, I'm like, should I jump into ICP or Filecoin? I ended up getting into ICP, and yeah, you know, I kind of just stopped looking at Filecoin at the time. So let's see if we can move this fib retracement over. I mean, with Filecoin, I think it's a solid project. Market cap, you know, it's up there. I know it's at like $2 billion, I would imagine. Yep, $2 billion. I haven't looked at this in so long. So yeah, around $2 billion. So I mean, I put it right there with like the ICPs and stuff like that. So where they're like, you know, over the $1 billion mark, but they're not like a, you know, a high, you know, per market cap. You know, none of the major players, but definitely a mid, you know, mid-size project for sure, where you could see some solid gains from if and whenever this project runs. So $3.30 is pretty low for Filecoin, to be honest. You can see, even looking at this chart, consolidating like crazy. I want to compare this to ICP. They always, in my opinion, they always ran very similar. ICP though saw more gains, right? Saw more gains, but you can see, I mean, they always ran pretty similar. ICP being the orange or the red, and then blue being Filecoin, right? So Pink, are we late on alt coins going up? What's your prediction on altcoins going up? I mean, they're going to go up, right? I think they're going to eventually, I mean, right now with Bitcoin's dominance, you know, freaking sky high right now, you're seeing alts right now just basically either selling off or, you know, just real stagnant. And I mean, this is Bitcoin's dominance, meaning 60.5% of all liquidity in the market space of crypto is solely in Bitcoin right now, right? So with that being said, you're seeing a lot of alts, you know, bleeding right now, right? But I think their recovery is going to be epic, in my opinion. So to answer your question, yes, they're going to go back up. We just don't know when, how much, you know, what we have in store, because, you know, like I said at the beginning of the stream, we have, you know, a big week coming up right now with a lot of uncertainty, right? We have a lot of uncertainty coming up this week. So I think that's what we're all kind of going to wait for. And, you know, if you guys think that, and I could be completely wrong, but if you guys think that tonight, tomorrow, anything is going to change, I mean, maybe we see some movement towards the up, or we see some more movement towards the downside as we continue to get closer to Tuesday, right? And even Tuesday, as it plays out, we're not going to know anything yet, right? So hopefully by Tuesday night, and I'm just saying, hopefully just for the market's sake, we at least have a freaking, you know, some kind of a grasp on who's winning this thing, so we can just get past it. Ricky said probably the worst performing best coin out there is Atom. What's Atom looking like nowadays? Was that on the article that we were talking about earlier about them unlocking a certain amount of coins? Were they on there? Oh, Aptos. Okay. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I've always seen this project, but never been interested to jump in on. Right? There's just, you know, just never was interested in jumping in on it. But if you are interested in, you know, like looking at the price wise, I mean, you're back down to 2020 levels. If you can see where you're at right now, this thing never really ran. Right? It ran in 2021. But bro, in March of this year, when everything was really making you know, new runs and new highs, where's March? This is March. This was its run right here. Yeah, very underperformed for sure. Meme coins are getting bodied today, guys. And if you're like me, you're Like, hell yes. There's only on our whole watch list of like 50. What do we have here? 25. There's only one project that's in the green on our watch list for DeFi. It's Trollcoin, which you guys remember I called this out when it was like down in this area and wrote it up. Sold. No diddy on that one. And kind of, yeah, just been staying away because the volume has been so low on that. Let's look on CRONOS. Reaper Squad. It's been out for 9 days. Not looking too bad. Call 2.0. Yeah, be careful with this project. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. I know some people that are affiliated with this project that I'm not too fans of. And I'll just keep it there. Corgi AI has come down a lot. Jay said, hey, Crip, how's Maniki again? I bought it a few weeks ago. I mean, we covered it. We covered it a little while ago. I mean, like I said earlier today, you know, the project as far as number-wise checks out, right? It looks good. You know, I mean, it's down 10% today as everything else is, right? It looks like since it's had this downward trend, it looks like it looks like it's bottomed out. And that's going to be this bottom yellow line, this support level at the 34. It looks like it's bottomed out, you know, as of now. So, I mean, not a bad play in my opinion. If you're looking for dollar cost averaging in, where you're at right now, not a bad spot. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And then anything around at or around this support level at the 34 area would probably be a solid spot to just dollar cost average in, you know, and just consult or accumulate, right? In my opinion, if this was a project that I'm long term on. But we pulled up Maniki. I mean, it's trading on a lot of major exchanges, right? So I mean, with that, you know, that's a plus for sure as far as exposure. Market cap only $42 million. And when you look at a lot of these, I mean, Crypto.com, Mexi, Gate.io, KuCoin, BitGet, Bitfinex, you know, you have a lot of these major exchanges, or at least decent sized exchanges that have a lot of investors on there, right? Especially like KuCoin. KuCoin is like where you see a lot of people that buy meme coins that are on KuCoin, right? So, and Crypto.com, same thing, you know? So, I mean, definitely a solid project. The numbers check out, and the fact that it's on a lot of central exchanges, definitely not a bad move in my opinion. So it looks like we're probably going to have, Ricky said, good eye, bro. Corgi is one to buy soon as well as Helium Mobile. When they rip, they are usually ahead of most. I always been saying since Helium Mobile dropped, I always was saying that wasn't a bad move. I come from having multiple Helium miners back when they were actually, you know, I ain't gonna say profitable, but before they ended not being profitable. You know, I had a bunch of, not a bunch, but I had a few miners, you know, that were active, you know. So when they dropped Helium Mobile, and I was like, damn, you know, they have a cell phone company that's like $25 for unlimited, and it's a crypto project. I was like, that's pretty solid, in my opinion, right? So, I mean, and then the market cap being so low at $55 million, I still do agree with you on that one. I think Helium Mobile isn't a bad move in my opinion. Right? I think it's not a bad move at all. I mean, you think about some of these you think about some of these cell phone carriers that are like the smaller, like the unlimited, you pay $25 like Cricket. What's the one from Ryan Reynolds? I forget which one. Is it Cricket or whatever? There's like 4 or 5 of them out right now. That's like you pay $20, $25, and it's just unlimited, basic service. I think that's, a solid thing. And the fact that, you look at some of these cell phone companies that are worth billions of dollars, even Cricket and some of these boosts are not boosts, but I guess you can say them too, but they're not. I would say like Cricket, Metro PCS, there's a few other of them that use other towers from the major carriers, and they just offer, baseline services, but they're all hundreds of $1 million or $1 billion companies. You have Helium Mobile that does the same thing, offers the same price, has a solid customer base, and they're only at $50 million, right? So I mean, that could be a solid move right there, long term. So could be a solid move. So what we're looking at, guys, is I think we're going to continue to see potentially more downward movement, right? You're wondering what's going on. We already know what's going on, right? It's the elections. We have the elections. We have uncertainty. We only have technically about 48 hours until we're hopefully going to be kind of getting past all this as far as knowing who won. Hopefully, as that happens, we'll start seeing some more of a retracement. We might even see retracement, tonight, tomorrow, coming up to the elections. We'll have to see. But I think until they announce who the actual winner is, regardless of who it is, I think you're just going to have uncertainty for right now. And not just the crypto markets, right? Crypto markets are getting hit. You better believe that the stock markets, the same thing is going to happen on Monday when it rolls around and the stock market opens up as well. So uncertainty for the next 48 to 72 hours, because we do have the FOMC meeting also following right behind the election day, which is on Wednesday as well, right? I don't think the FOMC meeting is going to be a big deal as far as uncertainty. We've already know that they're pricing in a 25 basis point, so we'll see how that plays out. But as of today, tomorrow, just kind of plan on, if we don't see a continuation of downward, most likely some sideways action, as a lot of investors that have moved out of the market in the last day or two are probably waiting to see what's going on and if they're going to, and when they're going to be jumping back in. But one thing I want to let you guys know, and we've talked about this, I brought this up at the beginning of the stream. We have brought up the charts. Post-election, we always rally. No matter who wins, we always rally, right? Maybe not right, the immediate, hour after they find out who wins, but, the following weeks after, we usually run. So keep that in mind. Keep your heads up. We should be perfectly fine. Obviously, we're going to be mapping it out for the next, couple days as we go through this, and we'll probably do a member stream on Tuesday. So just letting all the members know, we'll probably stream on Tuesday night, as maybe we're getting some indicators on potentially who's going to win the election, right? Letty said, is there still some hopeism for JASMY? Bro, JASMY's perfectly fine. JASMY's perfectly fine. I mean, damn, you're getting some solid levels right here for JASMY. I think JASMY's perfectly fine. JASMY's a solid project, in my opinion. Very solid project, in my opinion. I need to fix that fib retracement. We'll do that another time. But you did break below the 2 cent mark, obviously. The support level right here at the 1.7. You can see we tried to hold, kept retesting it. It broke. Next spot for some support at around the 1.5, 1.5 cent mark. In my opinion, like I said, JASMY, solid project. I do think that JASMY is going to continue to do really well. Just with the exposure and the support they have in the Asian market, I think JASMY is going to be perfectly fine. So, yeah, I mean, not financial advice, but I think that, these prices, not a bad spot for JASMY whatsoever. So, holding 500,000, nice. That's a freaking bag right there, bro. JASMY gets to $1, Letty, you got to come take us all out for some, drinks and some dinner or something. All right? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, we had some people, I don't remember who, but some people on the channel that were holding like 1 million plus JASMYs. I was like, damn. Even JASMY gets up to 50 cents. You know, I mean, that's a big bag. It's a big bag. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to let you guys go. Keep your heads up. Keep your heads up. We're going to be fine. You know, for me personally, I'm going to keep taking advantage of these dips, right? Because I know long term it'll play off. So for right now, Bitcoin, hopefully we can hold this 68,000 mark, somewhere around there, as some support. We'll get through these next few days. We find out who wins, and we just get back on track as far as rallying. So with that being said, guys, make sure you guys slap that like. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe. If you want to join us on Tuesday for the election stream, make sure you guys hit that join button. Only $4.99 to join. Under $5 to become a member on the stream. And we do stream every week on new plays that I have, you know, as far as finding, you know, how to be a better trader with support levels, fib retracements, all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys hit that join button and become a member for the stream. But other than that, guys, I thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic Sunday. If you guys are stressed out about this price action, take yourself off the charts for a little while. Sometimes it's good to kind of walk away. If you're not day trading, walk away and just let the charts be. Long term, I think you're going to be fine. I think you're going to be fine. Not financial advice, right? So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. Have a great Sunday. Be safe out there. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, guys? See ya.